And welcome back. Welcome back to the 9th episode of Alien, where we will be continuing our play of Chariot of the Gods. So, welcome back to the channel. We are continuing playing through Alien. We will be using Chariot of the Gods, as we have done the last 2 sessions. Thank you very much to the subscribers. If you're not a subscriber, please could you consider being a subscriber. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Thank you to the members for your continued support. And I'm going to dive straight in, because I don't know how long this will be for going for this session. I don't know how long I've got this session. So, what did we have? We had, last session we had found a synthetic that had been damaged in the corridor. We are up here. Where's a counter for us? We'll use this one here. So we are up in this corridor. I think we're just at this edge of this corridor here. Around this corridor, we were going to attempt to see if we could get into the locked space of the mother that we attempted to cut through and we failed using the 2 key cards that we've got. We also have an injured synthetic who's got Ava written on her jumpsuit. She's wearing a jumpsuit with Ava written on it. She's badly damaged. We need to, I've looked up how to repair a synthetic. It's a shift, which is about a 5 to 10 hour period of time. So a long period of time and a repair roll. Now, Comtech. Our best Comtech person is Kat. Now, one thing we do know is if we go down a level in this junction and then across, we have a room full of EVA suits. We also know that inside an airlock area, there's probably, mind you, I read this in Hostile Solo rather than in this book, there is probably at least one emergency EVA suit in there. Now, the reason I'm talking about EVA suits is if Kat is our best Comtech, we have 2 choices. We either get Kat to come to us or we take Ava to Kat. Now we've got 2 choices. Now, Kat might not want to come on board because of everything that's been going on, but equally so, we might not want to take Ava on board the Red Dwarf, because bringing Ava on board the Red Dwarf possibly brings a pathogen on board the Red Dwarf, because we don't know what's going on here, and we do know there's bad stuff going down. And Elliot and Parks, did I remember their names right? Elliot and Parks. Elliot and Parks, having both served on dog catcher teams for quite a long time, may know that it's bad mojo in bringing stuff on board a safe ship. We might not want to allow to do that. So I think we've got several things that first off we need to work out. First off, is Elliot and Parks going to say, no, we're not taking this person, this synthetic on board. You need to come over here. So first off, we'll make that say a wits check. They've both got a wits of 3. So just a plain wits check, if they can remember, don't do that. No, so we'll do 1 each. No, neither of them, they're both just locked down. They're pure military mode, not so much that. So let's say, next we've got Rimmer. Rimmer also has a wits of 3. Will Rimmer turn around and say, we're not having someone on board here? No, Rimmer doesn't either. So basically, they're all fine with Eva coming over. Now the only one, no, maybe Crichton will encourage it actually. Crichton might encourage them going over, because that gives people on board the Red Dwarf that can easily get away with. Okay, so they're going to attempt to get Ava across. Now, Ava will be heavy, which means they're going to have to try and carry Ava over. Now, we also know that wandering around these corridors, we do have a thingy, neomorph. We do have a neomorph also wandering around here, which is about to come out and jump us. This is an adult neomorph. So what did we have? So it's going to be Ava or an adult neomorph that has been awakened. So we said that it was both, so there is an adult neomorph that's about to jump us. So basically, if we start to try and move Ava, that's going to cause enough noise and it's going to jump us. Now, based on the fact that we've rolled all the stuff, Kat isn't coming. Let's say Kat is going to roll what's that? Empathy. Cat got good empathy. Cat has a 4 empathy. Cat is going to roll empathy. If Cat gets a hit, then Cat is going to feel, they will feel a bit, no, they don't give it, they don't care less. They're thinking, they're self-preserving. Cat, they are very much thinking there's no point being a highly paid executive agent if you don't survive to spend your money. I'm not going on board that. So they are going to have to bring Ava across if Cat is going to do the repair stuff. So what we'll have is they are going to, so first off, we will have Parks, Elliot, the sergeant, is going to go, look, before we try and shift this body across to the Red Dwarf, so as your fella, they can try and do the repairs of this synthetic. First off, let's see if we can get this door open for the mother with these cards. Now, do the cards work? I am not too sure. I never read that far. Mother, local, emergency access key. It says, this protected area can only be entered if one has the correct command sequence or the emergency access key. Things only Wilson, Johns and Cooper possess at the beginning of the scenario. All right, now we do have a key card. Now, will that key card get us in to Johns? It says key card. Okay, so I think this key card of Officer Johns will get us in. So the key card from Officer Johns, based on what I think this is saying, will work and get us in to the mother, which means that we then got the mandatory Mother Awakens event we can kick off. So if we've got that, so we'd have the door open. So why don't we have, as the door opens, we are going to do we will do a scene check for everyone checking with Cat. Yes, okay, cool. That's cool. That'll do me. And then a scene check for the door. No. So the scene check, so 2 of those is fine. What I want basically is the Neomorph to turn up and attack. So I think nicely, a nice bit would be, we've got, sorry about that. That camera's going to get knocked. So loads of planes have started going over. I normally pause, but I haven't got time to pause, and so there might be noises as planes go over. And I do apologise for that, but just call it background sound effect, because I haven't got long for this session. So we're around this corner as we're attending to the Ava, and trying to get Ava up, and then we'll be bringing Ava around to this doorway to come through. So there seems to be a door here and a door here and a door here. If we're here, we'd be bringing Ava around to here, which is, as we're there, that's where Elliot would say, let me try this. So Elliot will turn as we're waiting on here back to carry through to get this synthetic back on board the Red Dwarf to be repaired by Cat. And maybe Cat saying, look, I can do the repairs, but I need all the stuff that's here. Rather than lug it over, why don't you just bring it? And so we're going to try and activate the mother at the same time. Now, as we go, we touch the key card to the mother, and at that point, we will have 2 things happen simultaneously, which we would do to basically freak the players out and catch the players unawares. We will have 1, as we touch the thing, we will have Mother Awakens. Suddenly, the mother mainframe on the Cronos comes alive and powers up the reactor and the life support systems. As a reaction to the PC, it says there's a reaction, but we've got the door open. The temperature increases and more lights are activated. The PCs also notice a haze of vapour as warm air begins filling the corridors. After a few turns, the effects of the cold and darkness are removed. The air scrubbers also activate, creating quite a bit of noise, but no fresh air as the carbon filters need repairs. Okay, so we know that. They don't know that yet. So what it is we've touched the door. As the key touches the door registers that Johns is there. So we get basically, hello, Officer Johns. Welcome to the mother. And the door goes to crack and open. As the door cracks and opens, we can see the lights begin to flick on, and there's a gentle whirring. As the lights flick on and we get disrupted by the darkness, which is all of a sudden got a flashing as lights come on, that is where, from around this corridor here, a Neomorph will attack us. Now, I have no idea how good, So the one thing I know from reading about them, the neomorphs do not have acid skin. So the neomorph, I don't know if you remember, I will pull up a picture of a neomorph, but I'll just quickly show you on this. Neomorph, oh, there's a bit of a glare of the lights on that, I do apologise. I'll put a picture of a neomorph up. Neomorph is not your traditional exomorph. They are a bit slick and ugly looking. Appearance-wise, neomorphs are eyeless and have grey-white translucent skin, a fleshy spinal tail, an elongated bulbous head, and a sphincter-like facial orifice. This is an adult neomorph. Here we go. Not a juvenile, but an adult neomorph. Juvenile neomorph, adult neomorph. Speed 2, health 6, mobility 9, observation 8, armor rating 6, 3 against fire. As a slow action, the neomorph can sprint as if having to. So basically, it rolls twice. Neomorph attacks here. So it will break. It's going to attempt to do an ambush. It's going to charge around the corner and attempt to attack us. There are the 4 of us there. It's going to come charging round. We will roll initiatives. It gets 2 slots. We get separate ones. I am going to quickly write out. I'll do it as we go. So first off, we're going to roll initiatives, do initiatives for the attack. It's going to come round. Oh, I'm going to make us do, the person with the best observation will do an observation check. If we get a hit on our observation check, we will instantly see that this thing's come around the corner and it does not get a free attack on us. Who's got the best observation? All right, so between all of us, the best observation we have is Lister. But Lister has a -2 because of the eye patch. So it's still Lister because I said the best observation. And that would be Lister. So Lister gets to do a roll. Lister has no stress. Lister has 4 dice, -2, 3 dice. We need 1 hit to spot. We will allow Lister to push. That's enough. So we spot it. It does not get a free attack on us. We get to just do initiatives. So I will go through. A neomorph has a speed, an adult neomorph has a speed of 2, which means the neomorph gets 2 cards. It gets a 3 and it gets a 9. And then we will do 1 for each of everybody else. We will have Parks, Elliot, Lister, and Harrison. Now, as far as I'm pretty sure in this game, we do not re-roll initiatives. Its initiative stays for the duration, and conveniently enough, as I think it would be, the neomorph, as it comes turning the corner, hissing, it then charges in to the 4 of us first. So we would be, so how we do this is we have engagement ranges. We've got engagement, short, medium, long, and extreme. So engagement is where you're hand to hand. So it is going to charge in to engagement range. So we will say that we are, all 4 of us are engagement range. It charges in, it will randomly attack someone, but we do have neomorph attacks, which is a D6, and then we'll see what it does. So this is a bit like the monsters from Dragonbane. 3, deadly grab. The neomorph jumps at its victim, grabbing it and dragging it away. Roll for the attack using 8 base dice, damage 1. If it hits, the neomorph immediately drags the victim into the next zone, medium range, before releasing it. The victim falls prone, drops any handheld items, and must make an immediate panic roll. So it will roll in. It is going to attack. So we've got a 1 to 4, so I will just re-roll 5s and 6. We will go Elliot, Parks, Harris, Lister. Oh, hold on, we've got 5, haven't we? Elliot, Parks, Harris, Lister, Crichton. No, it's not going to attack Crichton. Crichton is a synthetic. It ignores Crichton, it ignores Ava. 2, Elliot, Parks. So Parks, our second dog catcher, it's going to run in and it's going to try and grab Parks, which means it rolls 8 dice and will do 1 damage per hit. And then Parks is going to attempt to dodge it with Parks. That would be Parks' fast action to dodge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 dice. So the Neomorph charges in round the corner, making a loud hissing sound, piles straight into Parks. 1, 2, 3, piles straight into Parks and attempts, so it's got a 3 hit, and attempts to grab Parks and then turns to drag Parks away. Parks has a strength of has 7 dice, so 1 less. And Parks has 3 stress at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 7. And Parks has 3 stress at the moment. Parks is going to attempt to, as it comes charging in, Parks attempts to dive out of the way. He needs to beat a 3. He got 2 panics on here and only a 1 hit. So 3 takes it down to a 2. So he takes 2 damage as it piles into him. It grabs him. He panics. He's got a 3, so he does a d6. So he immediately panics. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nervous twitch, your stress level and the stress level of everyone in pieces around you. So I would say everyone's stress goes up. So his stress goes up. Everyone around them, stress goes up as this thing charges in that they were completely not expecting. So it charges in, grabs Parks, and then runs around the corner around here. Let's say it's run down to the end of the corridor down here. Drops Parks to the floor. Parks has already made 1 panic roll. That's as it comes in and hits him. And then as he runs over, Parks drops his pulse rifle that he was holding. And then he needs to make another panic roll. +4 this time. 5, and he's fine. He holds, but Parks is on the floor around the corner, prone. He's used up his fast action. So that's the Neomorph who's just run around the corner and done that. Next, we have Parks. So Parks is at the floor, on the floor, at the Neomorph's feet. Parks has a slow action remaining. He can't, so what could he do? He's on the floor, he's twitching. Can he, what we've got? We've got crawl. All right, he's going to attempt to move out of the way of, so if we're say they're midway there, Parks is going to attempt to scuttle backwards. And I don't think he can draw his weapon at the same time. Pick up item is a fast action. Draw weapon is a fast action. Run is a fast action. So he can use the slow action to back out of the way. So then I want to know if, like the old attack of opportunity. All right, so Parks is going to attempt to retreat. Retreating means that Parks must make a mobility roll. If Parks passes the mobility roll, he gets to retreat. Otherwise, the Neomorph gets to have a whack at him. And he's got 4 stress at the moment. So he needs to get at least 1 hit to get away. He gets 3 hits, but he needs to make a panic check, which means this might fail and he might panic at the feet. He has got a stress of 4. That's an 8. Tremble, you start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility at a -2 modification until your panic stops. But he does get away. So he's at -2 agility, but it is a success because it's a 10 plus. I think a 10 plus on panic is a fail based on what PO said. If I remember what PO was saying, it's a 10 plus on panic is a fail. Yep, panic actions. If you roll a 10 or higher on your panic roll, you will be forced to perform a specific action. If the panic roll was the result of a skill check or an action, the action is cancelled immediately and replaced by the forced panic action. So he still succeeds in retreating back down the corridor. So Parks has scooted backwards and his back is against the wall down here at the doorway at the panic roll. He is, what was that? What did I roll? I rolled tremble, didn't I? Start to tremble uncontrollably, all skills. So he's trembling uncontrollably, terrified as he's skirted back against there. He is not he is the junior out of the two, so isn't used to this. As he skirts across, that was Parks. Now we have Lister. Lister, who has the shotgun. Lister is going to come around the corner, use Lister's fast action to come around the corner, just slam against the wall around the corner, see the Neomorph down the end of the corridor and just open up with the shotgun down the corridor into the, so fast action, move through door hatch, run, just a move. I think it's just a standard move around. So run, standard move around, go against the wall, and then he will open up fire down the corridor. So we've got range combat modifiers. Aim shot, it is not an aim shot. They are not at engagement range. It would be within short range for the shotgun. So he is at short range away. It's not a large target, small target. Dim light, we might give dim light because the lights are flashing on and off. So that's a -1. So that's Lister with the shotgun at a -1. He also gets a -2 because of his eye patch. He has nothing for range. So he has a 3 dice. And he has 1 stress at the moment. He's -2 because it's a ranged combat, and he's at -1, but we'd give a minimum of a 1 dice for this attack. And he's using the Armat shotgun. I didn't write anything down for the Armat shotgun. Armat model, +2 bonus. So it's a +2 bonus, a 3 for damage, can only fire at short range. Armor is doubled. Okay. So that means you get 12 dice. So he gets a +2 because it's the shotgun and it's at close range, so that +2 goes back on. But then we'll take off the -1 for the flickering light as he attempts to shoot down the corridor at this Neomorph just standing in the corridor. He gets a hit. Unbelievable. He actually hits the Neomorph. Okay, a Neomorph has a health of 6, but it does have an armor of 6. The shotgun doubles it, which would be 12. So I'm just going to roll, just going to give it 10 because I've only got that many dice. So he does 3 damage, -2 for armor, doing 1 point of damage. So white blood splatters against the wall. It does not have acid blood. So he empties. He opens up with the. He opens up with the shotgun, gets a hit, clips it. It goes against the wall over on this side and lets out a screeching sound as the shotgun opens up into it. That was Lister. Who's next? Elliot. Elliot will come running around the corridor, bumping into Lister as Lister is trying to right himself. What does Elliot have? Elliot has his pulse rifle and the grenade launcher. He's not going to launch a grenade down there. So Elliot will come round in the corner. The Neomorph stands, hisses at Elliot. I don't think the Neomorph gets to go again yet. Elliot will level his pulse rifle at the Neomorph. Elliot has a 4 for agility. Elliot has a 3 for range combat. Elliot has 4 stress at the moment. We are saying Elliot has run. Do we have, let me just double check. Is it the same as Twilight 2000 that if they don't do a slow, like a fast aim, that they get minuses? Nope, it's not the same as that at all. You get a plus for aiming if you use your fast action to aim, but you don't get a negative for not aiming. So whereas in Twilight 2000, you get a negative if you don't aim. So he has come around the corner. So what did I say? 4 and a 3, -1 because of the flickering light, and that's it. He's at normal short range for the pulse rifle. So the pulse rifle has a +1 for the attack, which means he gets 1 back. And basically, he runs around the corner, slams into Lister. He's screaming at Parks, "Keep your head down!" As he's not going to do full auto. He's not going to rock and roll. He's going to just do a burst into the Neomorph. Okay, we get to, so there are 2 hits, but there is a chance of a loss of ammo. Most firearms in the world of Alien have large enough magazines. Whenever you fire a weapon and roll 1 or more stress dice, you have emptied your magazine after the attack and need to reload, in addition to making a panic roll. So, so Elliot needs to reload, plus, so Elliot hits, but first off, immediately we do a panic roll. He's got a 4 for his stress level. 4 + 3 is a 7. So he starts to twitch and starts to, so it's not a proper panic, but he starts to twitch. So his stress goes up. and we'll say that Lister, who's standing next to him, stress goes up. Just the two of them, the stress goes up, but he does hit the Neomorph for a 2. The Neomorph for this still only has 6 armor for the Neomorph's armor. Nothing, so 2 points going through. The Neomorph now is on 3 hit points as Elliot comes piling around the corner screaming at him. We now have Harrison before the Neomorph gets to go again. What does Harrison have? I think Harrison has a handgun. Is Harrison going to be able to just poke her head around the corner and let off a couple of shots? Will Harrison do that? You know, Harrison has been with the dog catchers a while. It is possible that Harrison would want to do that. So Harrison, I mean, it is a combat. I don't know. So Harrison has been with the dog catchers a while. Oh, let's see. Is Harrison, I think we'll lean towards a yes. Is Harrison going to shoot, or is Harrison going to keep Harrison's head down and out of the way? Leaning towards a yes. Yes, Harrison will shoot. All right, so Harrison is going to move up to the edge of the corner there. Harrison is going to poke the handgun around the corner. It's a small move. It's still a move, so Harrison can't use the fast action to aim. Harrison is just moving around the corner. Harrison has a 4 for agility and a 1 for ranged combat, and at the moment is at 4 stress. Harrison is now next to the other two who are beginning. So we've got Elliot, which is beginning to twitch. Lister, I think Lister was okay and Lister didn't make a panic roll. But the readout on the pulse rifle is 0, as that burst basically used up all of Elliot's remaining rounds. Elliot really should have checked the rifle for capacity before coming into the combat. We've got the flickering lights that are still going off, which then drops that by a 1. We are using a pistol, which then gives a +2 with the pistol, but it's still only, but it has a damage of 1. So Harrison will then open up with a pistol, with a short burst of the pistol around, basically poking around the corner and just shooting around the corner, attempting not to get too much in anyone's way. Oh man, getting 1 hit, but doing a panic roll and needing to, and so Harrison needs to reload as well. And we need to instantly make a panic roll. We've got a panic stress of 4, that's a 5. Harrison holds panic okay. 1 shot, but we've still got the Neomorph still has an armor of 2, it has an armor of 6. 2 hits, so the rounds hit the Neomorph, which seems to make no impact on it whatsoever. And now we have our Neomorph. So we roll a d6 for its attack. 4. Leaping attack. The Neomorph jumps at the victim. Roll the attack using 8 base dice. 1. If the attack is successful, the victim is thrown to the ground and must make an immediate panic roll. And the Neomorph immediately performs an extra attack with 10 base dice. 2. Does not count as an action. The extra attack cannot be blocked. Alright, so it's got a 50-50. It's either going to go for Parks, who's against the wall, or go for the people who have just opened fire on it. I think heavily going for the people that's opened fire on it. So we're saying, is it going to attack either Lister or Elliot? Yeah, very much so, yes. So very much so, yes, it goes for Lister or Elliot. We've got the 2 of them there, so we're going to go 50-50, plus sign Elliot, negative sign Lister. Plus sign Elliot. So it dives into Elliot, who has also got nervous twitches at the moment, which will probably make it want to target Elliot more than anything. So it is going to dive in, jumping, claws out, teeth out, slamming into Elliot, rolling 8 base dice. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Piling into Elliot, getting 2 hits. Elliot now needs to attempt to dodge, which is a 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 for strength, 2 for close combat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stress dice. As it charges into Elliot. Elliot tries to dodge. It's got 2 hits. Elliot only gets 1 hit. So it hits into Elliot, knocking Elliot to the ground, doing 1 point of damage on Elliot. Elliot has an ape suit of 3. We should have done this for Parks. The suit takes the damage from the first hit, but he has to make a panic roll. 5, 9. He drops his pulse rifle and his stress increases by 1. So Elliot drops his pulse rifle to the ground as the neomorph is on his chest, he's on the ground, Lister's against the wall, the neomorph is on top of Elliot in that corner there. We've got it right in the corner of the junction. Harrison is on one side backing away. Lister is basically pinned against the wall as the neomorph is on Elliot's chest and begins to tear at his ape suit, trying to get to him for doing a burst, which means he immediately does a 10 dice attack and Elliot cannot block this. So there's all 10 dice as it's tearing at the ape suit aggressively, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, aggressively trying to rip open the suit. So the suit can protect him, but he can't dodge it. Just 1 hit, and the ape suit is 3, doesn't do anything. So the ape suit doesn't protect him from this, which does 2 damage as he tears into Elliot, rips into Elliot's suit, and he's tearing into the suit as it is on top of Elliot at the moment. We go back to the top. So straight to the top, new round, it's the neomorph. The neomorph now he's on top of Elliot. 5, throat bite. The neomorph bites so the victim's throat is on top of Elliot. Roll the attack using 8 base dice. If the attack causes damage, it automatically inflicts a critical wound, 61. If the victim is not broken, trigger an immediate panic roll. Okay, so it does 8 base dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Elliot shouldn't have been able to dodge that because Elliot used both of his moves, so shouldn't have been able to dodge that anyway. So he would have landed on the ground anyway. So he uses 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Elliot can use his fast action to dodge this. Getting 2 hits. Is Elliot going to use his fast action to dodge this? 2 hits, does 2 damage. 2 damage does not... It automatically inflicts critical injury 61, even if the victim is not broken. Critical injury 61, ruptured jugular? Okay, I reckon Elliot's dead. Elliot can attempt to dodge it. Okay, so 2 hits. Elliot will attempt to use his fast action to dodge this, which is a 4... So that's 2 hits. Already got 2 written down. So that's 2 for close combat, 5 for strength, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, so 3, so 6 for Elliot's stress. So Elliot needs to get 2 to dodge this, but chances are he will get that. Okay, so he didn't even get 2, he got a 1, which means that it still inflicts damage, plus we have a panic roll, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8. 8 is trembling. Skill -2. -2. That's what someone got. Who got -2 agility? I think that's Elliot, isn't it? Elliot is at -2 agility. Elliot is -2 agility. Okay. So Parks. Parks is at -2 agility. So Elliot has gone to the ground. It has torn at his shirt. Let's give. So that was throat bite. So it did 2 hits. He dodged 1, so it does 1 hit. Now we've got the ape suit. Doesn't help anything. So doing 1 point of damage. But he has a so no matter what, he's got a ruptured jugular, which is fatal. 1 round. Stamina -1, so I think he has to make a stamina check every round or he dies. So we've got Elliot is dying. Elliot is bleeding out from a torn throat. So the neomorph has ripped open his throat, blood is gouging out. We need every round. Elliot needs to make I will double check this, but I think it's right. It's a stamina roll at -1. Every round or he dies. So every time we come round to Elliot, he'll need to make a stamina roll. So next we've got Parks. There's blood just pooling on the floor. The Neomorph's face is covered in blood. His claws are covered in blood. We've got Parks, who is down the far end. Parks is going to, still on the ground, on a crouch at the end of the corridor against this doorway here. Parks is on all fours. Is going to pull his pistol, aim at the Neomorph, which is on top of Elliot, covered in blood, and he's going to attempt to open fire. We have a 4 for range combat, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2, 8, 9, minus 2 for the agility 7, minus 1, which is a 6. So he's going to open fire, 6 dice, and then 4 stress dice, as on the ground, so he's used his quick action to pull the pistol, and then he's opening fire, still within short range, no aiming. The lights are flickering, which causes that going down. It's on top of Elliot. Just finished tearing at Elliot's throat out, as Parks is going to open up with a burst of pistol fire. Okay, he gets no hits. Parks is prone, so Parks needs to reload the pistol, as the pistol misses, hitting the ceiling because he's panicking, and goes empty. That's Parks. Great. Lister is right now. We've got Lister. Lister is right on top of this thing. Has Lister got any minuses? No. Lister's fine. Lister's pistols. Okay. Lister is going to, he rolled. Oh, we also need him to make a panic roll. 6. This is for Parks. 6. That's a 10. 10. Freeze. You're frozen by fear or stress for 1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range of you increases by 1. Okay. So Parks is frozen for the next turn. Parks loses his next turn. Lister, stress goes up by 1 as he sees Parks freeze. Harrison, stress goes up by 1 as he sees Parks freeze. Lister has got this thing right next to him. So he gets, I believe, he gets a +3 because he's right on top of it. So he gets a +3 because he's on top of it because he's got his shotgun. He has a 3 for agility. He has a -2 because of his eye patch. And he has a 1 because of the light, but he does have a 2 because of the shotgun. And he has a stress at the moment at 3. So Lister is on top of this Neomorph, and Lister is going to open into the Neomorph with the shotgun. I don't think a shotgun can do burst fire, can do auto fire. So he's going to attempt to shoot this Neomorph that's on top of, I guess, 1 hit. Well, he doesn't. He could push. 1 hit is going to do 3 damage, which isn't bad. But it gets twice. So he might push because he might be able to do extra damage to it. How many hit points is it on? It's on 3 hit points, but it could easily resist that 3. And he's on top of it. He's going to attempt to push. All right, which means he gets to roll all the rest plus 1 extra dice, stress dice. This is a bad idea, Pete. Why do you always push? Always push. Bad idea. Okay, so that potentially means that so the shotgun is empty. And we're going to need to make a stress roll. With a 4, that's a 5. So Lister is fine for stress. He contains his stress, contains the problem. He's done 3 damage to the Neomorph. The Neomorph gets to roll all of his dice and tries to negate some of these 3 damage. Only negates 1, doing 2 points of damage. So 2 points goes through, putting the Neomorph down to 1 hit point. As the burst hits the Neomorph in the side of its shoulder, knocking the Neomorph off of Parks' body, as Parks, that was Lister, sorry, as Elliot is on top of, not off of Elliot. Elliot is now, it's now Elliot's turn. Elliot is bleeding. Elliot is bleeding. Elliot now needs to make a stamina roll, which is a 5. And a 2 at -1 because of the injury. Elliot needs Elliot needs at least 1 hit or Elliot dies. He can't push this. 2 hits, that's enough. So Elliot survives another turn. He's still bleeding, but he's holding on for dear life. We now have... we didn't do Crichton. Crichton hasn't been doing anything this whole time. I completely forgot about Crichton. Crichton is at the background, not doing anything. Crichton goes on a 10. Well, that's all right. Crichton hasn't been doing anything because Crichton wouldn't do anything anyway. But Crichton can now try and save Elliot's life. Harrison. Harrison is on the other side of this neomorph, which is then come closer. Harrison is at close range. Harrison is going to attempt to shoot the... I completely forgot about Crichton. Harrison will attempt to shoot, because the neomorph is right at his feet. Harrison will try and shoot the neomorph. Crichton might even try and stop him from shooting the neomorph. So Harrison has... did Harrison need to reload? No, Harrison had to reload. Harrison had to reload for that. Okay, so how do we reload? We might be able to get... Because Harrison didn't move, and so the quick action might be reloading. Let's see, how do we reload? Reloading is a slow action. So Harrison can't shoot it. Harrison has to reload. Right, so Harrison reloads. We could do it like the whole... No, we've got the fastest. So, no, the rules say it takes a slow action to reload. That's what happens. It takes a slow action to reload. So, Harrison reloads. Neomorph. The Neomorph rolls d6 for its turn. 1. Terrifying hiss. The Neomorph looms close into the victim, showing its razor-sharp teeth and hissing. The victim must make an immediate panic roll. We have got 1 to 3, it's Lister. 4, 5, 6 is Harrison. 4, 5, 6, Harrison. So Harrison reloading. So Harrison went to shoot, to pull the trigger, pointed the gun at his head, didn't work, fast action, pulled back, reloaded. So that's Harrison reload, 1 done. That was the reload. Because of that, the Neomorph turns to hiss at Harrison, who needs to make a panic roll and holds her firm. So the Neomorph turns and holds her firm. Crichton, will Crichton let... So Crichton has a personal agenda, which is to get stuff off of here. If Crichton lets Elliot die, then it might make it easy for Crichton to fulfill Crichton's personal agenda. So why don't we lean towards, we'll do this, so we'll lean towards no, which is the negative. No, he won't. So I'll go, let's always go positives. Is Crichton going to let Elliot die? Oh, very, very much yes. Okay, so Crichton is going to go over to the body of Elliot. The Neomorph will just ignore him. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but he's going to move over. No, he's not going to do anything. Crichton is just going to back out. Crichton is going to do absolutely nothing this turn. Nothing to help, nothing to hinder. Just sort of sit back and sort of slowly sort of get his pack out and go, oh no, is he going to die? Back to the top. Neomorph. 5. Throat bite. The Neomorph bites the victim's throat. Roll for panic attack using base 8. Okay, so it is going to 1, 2, 3, Lister. 4, 5, 6, Harrison. 1, 2, 3, Lister. It is going to dive at Lister. It has base 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's going for Lister. It dives at Lister and attempts to snash at Lister's throat. 2 hits. Lister can block this. Yeah, Lister can block this. So it's going to dive at Lister. Lister is against the wall. Lister has a 4 for strength and a 3 for close combat. We've got a 2 to meet. Lister has 4 panic dice at the moment. Lister needs 2 hits to dodge this bite. If the bite causes damage, it automatically... Otherwise, Lister has also got his throat ripped out. Lister has got 1, 2 hits. So it dives at Lister. That was really lucky. It dives at Lister's throat, and Lister backs out the way, uses the butt of his shotgun to push it out the way, and it hits the wall next to Lister. As Lister, he turns... So he's frozen. So Lister then turns to sort of move out the way of the Neomorph, which is thrashing around all over the place. We have Parks, who is frozen this turn. We have now Lister's turn. Lister has just used his quick action to attack. Lister was empty, needed to reload, so Lister will take this turn to quickly reload the shotgun. Elliot is dying. Elliot needs to roll a stamina roll at -1, so Elliot is at 5, 6, 7, 6 dice. He needs to get at least one hit. One hit. Elliot is still dying. Harrison has reloaded. Harrison is next to... Harrison has reloaded. Harrison has reloaded. Harrison is next to the Neomorph. Harrison has reloaded. Where is Harrison? Harrison is here. Harrison is going to now attempt to shoot the Neomorph, which is just hissed and he's dodging about against Lister. We have that. It's a pistol, so it gets +2. We've got the lighting, which is -1. We could say the lights have come on now. The lights have come on. The lights aren't flickering anymore. The lights are on bright. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stress dice at the moment. We've not needing to reload. We've already reloaded. We've got a 4, a 5, a 6, 7, nothing from the light, nothing from the distance, nothing because it's moving around. That's what we've got. So Harrison holds both hands perfectly still at the Neomorph, pointing it, I think it's on 1 hit point, pointing at the Neomorph. We've got 1 hit, but we've also got a panic roll, and he's gone empty again. So but we've at least got 1 hit, which means it could kill it. So first off, we've got a panic roll. 2, 5, 6, 7. Nervous, twitching. So stress by 1. Lister stress goes up by 1. But the shot still hits. Neomorph. 6 dice on the armor. Only 1 point of damage. Not looking good. I could have made it push. No, I couldn't because of the panic. No hits. Okay. The pistol empties into the back of the Neomorph's head. The pistol clicks with the end of the rounds. We will then have the Neomorph will slump on top of Elliot's body. Elliot will force Elliot to make 1 last stamina roll to see if Elliot survives, which is a 5, 6, which is 6 dice. And then then Crichton will be forced to try and make a medical roll because everything will turn to Crichton, who is meant to be a medical officer. So we need at least 1 hit. No hits. No hits means that Elliot dies. So Crichton will move over to Elliot. Crichton will attempt to do medical check, and Crichton will just look up and go, "I'm very sorry, he's dead." So we'll end this session with a massive pool of blood on the floor. Elliot, Sergeant P. Elliot, died. The Neomorph is slumped on the floor and everyone is looking panicked and shocked. We now have Parks, who is the senior of the dog catchers. What happens next on board the Cronos now that everything has come online and probably those cryo chambers have opened up? Let's find out next time. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to all of my subscribers. If you haven't been a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Thank you to the members, and I will see you next time for more Alien.